Hi there everybody, it's UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator Halsey here from SlimmandStylish.com. Thank you very much for joining me again for another episode in my Saturday series projects. So today I'm going to be using the Good Morning Magnolia stamp set, which was one of my favourites and I used all the time, and then I forgot about it and it's just been hidden away on my shelf. So I've grabbed it back out again today. It is a 2-set stamp set. There are 10 stamps, but because this one is so big, it's actually in 2 different cases. These are from the annual catalogue from Stampin' Up, and you can order any of the products that I'm using today from my store, www.slimmandstylish.stampinup.net, or if you'd like to browse any of our catalogues, just let me know and I will pop one in the post to you free of charge. So today we're doing 3 cards using this set, and I'm going to make a promise to you now. I am not going to do all 3 with this. It's so easy. I always want to do 3 with this, but I'm not going to. I am going to do a bit of mix and matching with them. So I've got a load of sheets of Whisper White, 10 centimetres by 14.35 centimetres. Let's get going. I've also got my Stampinup actually, because this is quite a big stamp and I thought I'm going to get a better stamp quality from using my Stampinup than a block. Plus the fact I can't manage the big blocks with my hands. I'm shaky at the best of time with the little one, let alone when I'm stretching, so I prefer using my Stampinup. I am of course going to use the big one for the first card. But I did think it'd be cheating if I used a stamp that actually fills the entire card for all of my projects today. So I'm going to pop this on. How am I going to put it on? Oh, bless me. Bless me, sorry. Like that, I think. Okay, and I'm going to ink that up with Memento. Go over it a few times just to make sure that I've definitely got all of the ink on there. But it doesn't matter, because if you do miss a bit and you are using your Stampinup, you can just re-stamp it, which is what I'm going to do now, just to get a real clear line. And then I think I'm going to do some messy blending. It's so not me, but I did it the other week. I did a Saturday series with the hedgehogs and I did blending where I went out the line. And I quite liked the end result actually. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to just, that's a really nice image. I'm just going to do it one more time just to make sure it's definitely black, especially if I'm going to be colouring over the lines. I want to make sure that it definitely stands out at the end. There we go. Quite like that. Right, messy blending. So I'm going to use, for the leaves, I'm going to use what colour am I going to use? I'm going to use light mint macaron, and then for the flower I'm going to use light flirty flamingo and light petal pink. Okay. Actually, I'm also going to use dark mint macaron as well. There we go. So I'm going to put the dark mint macaron just up the middle of the leaves. Don't exactly know how this will turn out. Believe it or not, I don't often do messy blending. I like doing tidy blending and I like following the shadow properly. So what I would normally say to you is put your dark blend where the shading on the image is, and then use your light blend to go around the edge and then bring the colour in. Whereas with this, I've just gone up the middle rather than actually following the blending. Here we go. Right, deep breath. So I'm going to start in the middle and I'm going to push the colour out, and I'm going to go over the leaf completely. No, messy blending. Just gonna do it again, just to build the colour up. And then over this side, I'm going to start with the little ones actually and build up to that big one. Grit my teeth. I'm not sure if I can do messy blending over a big space. Okay. See what? I quite like it. I think. Sometimes I find that you just get stuck in your ways doing the styles that you like and the colours that you like, that sometimes you forget there are other ways of colouring. And this one here is particularly good. I'm just putting the like flirty flamingo around the bits of the leaf that has, like, it's been piled off, so I'm just doing it for a bit of shading. But this is a good technique for someone who perhaps has shaky hands or isn't very good at doing the lines, because you don't have to worry about being precise with this. Okay, oh, that one there. Right, light petal pink. Sorry, no, this is dark petal pink. And you want this brush again, and you want to go from the inside and go out, straight over the line. Straight over both lines. I am gritting my teeth, by the way, while I'm doing this. I'm like, what? But I'm hoping at the end it's just going to look really nice. Okay. Dark cinnamon cider. I'm just going to get in the middle of there. Like that. Feed that out. And then where am I going to go with it? Okay, sentiments. This one here, the journey of life is best shared with a friend. We'll get through this together. And I also want the thinking of you. So this is going to go at the top. Just there. Thinking of you. is going to go onto a scrap piece of Whisper White. I've just picked up some thick Whisper White. There we are, there's some thin. Thinking of you. And a punch. I want to use this one here, I think. And I'm going to pop the sentiment towards this edge. Bring in the trimmer. Just trim that off like that so it can go on the side of the card. Couple of dimensionals. And finally, let's get some embellishments. I'm going to use these gold gilded gems, which I love. I've had these for a few months, ever since the annual catalogue come live, when I got them and thought they're lovely. And then I forgot about them, and I've been using my normal rhinestones, and all of a sudden I looked at these in the cupboard the other day and thought, I haven't used those for ages, and they were brand new, and I was like, I'm gonna get those out, start using those. So a piece of thick Whisper White cardstock, which has already been scored, so I'm just going to burnish it, and I'm going to place that on top, so you just have a slight edge around the side. And I'm not going to, am I going to pop it up? Am I? No, I'm going to put it flat. There we go. Card number 1. Card number 2. I'm going to use the big stamp again, but I'm not going to use it on the last one. I don't think. Okay, so I'm just going to wipe that off. I am going to be using my Stampinup again. So a piece of cardstock in there. And I'm going to be using this flower now as a border on the side. So I'm just going to line it up like that. Now I know what you're all thinking. You're all going to be panicking, a bit like I was the first time I did this, because you know that I don't like to get the grid paper dirty. But actually, when you stamp this, you'll notice it's going to go straight onto my back deluxe foam mat. So when you get the Stampinup delivered, you get a normal foam mat. But you can purchase the deluxe foam mat, which isn't that expensive. I thought it'd be more, truth be told. And it's lovely. It really is a nice foam mat. And look what's so good about it. You move this off, you bring in your chamois, and you can rub the ink off like that. Back to new. Okay, just going to clean my stamp up because I'm going to move it slightly. sure it's dry and pop my card back in. Move my card down a bit actually so that I can pop that in at the top. Yeah, you just heard what's happened. If you're using the Stampinup, make sure you keep these magnets apart. They are so strong, and if they do jump together, they actually normally split, which is what you can see has actually happened to mine. That when they actually arrive, they're really quite long, but they are very ferocious magnets, very ferocious. I think it's fair to say they mean business. It's doing that because I just use my chamois, and my chamois is a bit dirty. I haven't washed it out for a bit, and I've done 3 or 4 films today, so. Okay, and I'm going to do 2 again because I did 2 at the bottom. Okay, chamois again. I'm not going to, oh actually I am going to clean the base because I want to move the paper. So rip that off, clean my mat. Normally I like to clean it, and as you can see my chamois is dirty now. So all you do with your chamois is once you've finished, you just go and leave it in a tub of hot soapy water. When the soapy water starts changing colour, which it inevitably will do, just change the, drain it out and rinse it off and leave it to dry. I'm not going to wink up all of this. I know that it's just going to be sort of that area that's going to hit the card, so I'm just doing that bit. And then finally, last but not least, I'm going to whip that bit off. Drop it down. I'm trying to work out where the best gap is for it. And I think it's going to be there. Yeah. There we go. It just builds a nice background onto there. I'm just going to move my Stampinup to the side because afterwards I'm going to want to clean that properly. With a clean chamois. My fingers are going to be filthy after doing that. There you go, mucky fingers. Right. There we are. Put my lid on my memento before I mess anything up. And for this one, I was going to look to colour them, but actually I think they're quite nice. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to grab my light Daffodil Delight, and I'm just going to run from the centre up the sides of the flowers like that. Okay, so I haven't put much colour on it at all. I've just put a tiny little bit, and that is all I'm going to do on all of them, just to sort of not leave it dark. You don't have to worry about getting the same bit on each leaf, because, you know, the sun hits different leaves lighter, different, and it bleaches different ones in different ways. So just so long as you can see a bit of colour on them. Right, I'm going to pop it onto my card that way around. So the sentiment I'm going to use is, what sentiment shall I use? I'm going to go with hello. It's a nice, easy sentiment. And normally when people shop with me, I send them thank you cards or hello cards with a little product gift as a thank you for the order. So this will actually be used for one of those. Hello. And I have our brand new oval punch. So this is from the Oval Occasions bundle in the new mini catalogue. I'm going to pop that on there, a couple of dimensionals. Hello. And card base. Bone folder, that would help. And again, I'm going to stick this one flat onto the card as well. It's already got the pop-up on the label, and quite a detailed card, so I don't feel it needs any extra pop. Okay, and then what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to grab some of our normal rhinestones, and I'm going to use the tiddly ones, which are at the top. So we've got small ones, medium and large, and I like using the ones that are behind here first. So I'm just going to pop a few of these around the images. Oh, just to give it some bling and some sparkle. One more, I think, just there. Yep, there we go. Last card, and I'm not using the big one for this. I said I wasn't going to use it, so I'm going to use this little one just here. And I'm actually going to use this. I don't think I've ever used this sort of decorative piece. So a piece of white cardstock. I'm going to use the same sentiment that I used on the first one. The journey of life is best shared with a friend, and we'll get through this together. Put that at the top, middle. This reminds me a bit of a tattoo. You know, when you see those tattoos that sort of go around the top of the arm and things like that. Okay, and then yeah, I think like that. And I think I'm just going to do it once. I don't think I'm going to match it up on the other side. I think I'm just going to do the one. quite like that. Let's pop the lid on. Light Flirty Flamingo. All the way over. Messy blending again, straight out the lines. I know. What are you going to do with me? Dark Petal Pink, just pushing that out. And then Dark Mint Macaron. Sure what I think of this messy blending. Does it look better on the bigger flower, do you think? And it's not, I don't know. Light Petal Pink I'm going over with now. That's better. I prefer that because it gives it more of an aura. I'm okay with that actually. So I'm also going to stick this flat on there. And for this one, I'm using some sequins. So these are from the Artistry Blooms, which I quite like. There's 5 different types of sequins in the Artistry Blooms, and one of them is this sort of pale orange, which I think goes quite nice with the Petal Pink and the Flirty Flamingo mix. So I'm just going to pop a couple of these onto the card. And there we go. So you'll have to let me know what your view is on the messy blending. I think I quite like it on the big one. I'm still thinking about this, but I think it's because I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to my blending. I do quite like a nice, just full blended image. So there we are, 1, 2, 3. Let me know which one's your favourite. I hope you've enjoyed today's project. All items that I have used on this video are available to purchase from my store, www.slimmandstylish.stampinup.net. Alternatively, if you would like a copy of our catalogues, please send me an email to slimmandstylish@live.co.uk or leave me a comment below and I'll get in touch with you. I upload regular content to this channel, so if you do enjoy watching my tutorials, please make sure that you have subscribed and rang the bell to get notifications when new videos go live. Thank you for joining me and have a lovely day.